Hello everyone, greetings. I am Professor Raja, Assistant Professor, Department of Physics. Now let me explain the story of sound. These are the contents which I am going to explain to you. The first one is the magic called sound. The second one, why is it said that we cannot imagine a world without sound? And third one, what is sound? And fourth one is, why is it said that sound needs a medium to pass through? And fifth one is, what is the speed of sound? And finally, why is it said that supersonic aircraft surpass the speed of sound? Okay. The first thing is the magic called sound. What is it like when you accidentally press the mute button of your TV remote while watching an electrifying cricket match? Even though you still can watch the match, you certainly lost interest in the game without sound. If this is so, then think of a time when the whole world will fall into a mute mode. No one can even contemplate a soundless world. The world we live in is full of sound. The chirping of birds, whistling of wind, roaring of animals, splashing of water. These are all part of the rhythms of nature. Not only natural sounds, but man-made sounds like the honking of horns too become an inevitable part of our lives. In short, man and sound are inseparable. Why is it said that we cannot imagine a world without sound? Imagine watching a thrilling football match without the commentary or the cheering of the audience. Imagine walking in a park without hearing the chirping of birds or the soothing sound of tree leaves rustling. Imagine listening to a concert on a TV in a silent mode. Would the experience be complete? Never. Nothing in the world would be complete without sound because it gives more life and energy to everything around. Its magical power can be understood only in its absence. Of course, not all sounds are appealing. Some are highly disturbing and irritating. They may even give us headaches. But is sound only meant for entertainment? Certainly not. Sounds are one of the most important techniques for communication. Again, next, what is sound? Sound, in its simplest sense, is an energy made by vibrations. When an object vibrates, it creates a movement in the air particles. These particles get in contact with others close to them and make them vibrate too. As this continues, it becomes a bigger process with more and more air particles bumping into each other. This movement creates what is known as sound waves. It keeps going until the object runs out of energy. We hear the sound when our ears are within the range of the vibrations. To understand the concept of waves better, one can picture in one's mind a stone being thrown into a still body of water. The stone causes the rings of waves to expand to a larger space. It's the same in the case of sound too, just that it is caused by vibrations. If the vibrations are strong and fast, the sound would be loud. If they are weak or slow, it creates low sounds. As we know, not all sounds are attractive. Some are highly unpleasant noises. They are created by irregular repeating of sound waves, whereas musical notes are created by the regular repeating of the same. Why is it said that sound needs a medium to pass through? We all hear different kinds of sounds every day, from the gentle cries of babies to the loud noises of crackers bursting. Some of these sounds, especially of explosions, are so loud that we cannot but shut our ears tight in order to avoid them. But we do hear them very clearly, don't we? Did you know that such explosions and collisions of massive objects take place in outer space too? Well, that does happen, except that there are no sounds coming from them. The reason behind this strange occurrence is that there is no medium outside the earth for sound waves to travel through. Outer space is the void that exists between celestial bodies, including earth. It is a vacuum containing only low density particles. So, there are no vibrations. Hence, explosions there are said to happen in silent mode. Air is not the only medium through which sound waves can travel. It can pass through liquid and solids too. What is the speed of sound? The speed of sound primarily depends on the medium through which the waves travel. For instance, sound travels faster in water than in air, but in the medium of steel, it is even faster. In an ideal gas, speed of sound depends only on its temperature and composition. There are fixed rates for the speed of sound waves. In dry air at 20 degrees Celsius, the speed of sound is 343 meters per second. Now take the case of water. Here, sound travels 4 times faster at an approximate rate of 1484 meters per second. But in solids like iron, it reaches around 5120 meters per second. You may be wondering why such considerable differences occur in speeds. The logic is simple. Compared to air, liquids have more particles in them to vibrate. In solids, even more. But of course, there are few solids that do not really contact sound through them, like rubber, cotton, etc. The speed of light is 29 crore 97 lakhs 92,458 meter per second, almost 87 lakhs times faster than the speed of sound. This is the reason why you see lightning before you hear the thunder. Why is it said that supersonic aircraft surpass the speed of sound? Supersonic speed refers to a speed greater than that of sound. A bullet fired from a modern day gun is said to have this kind of speed. Another important example is the supersonic aircraft. As the name suggests, they are flights that travel faster than sound. Historically, they were developed in the second half of the 20th century. It is said US Air Force Captain Charles E. Chuck Yeager was the first person to fly an aircraft faster than the speed of sound in 1947. One of the earliest and supersonic flights that was used as a passenger aeroplane was the Concorde. Its speed was twice the speed of sound and was said to fly between London and New York in around 3.5 hours. However, the flight is no longer used. An Indian example of a supersonic flight is the Hal Tejas, which is still in service. Thanks for watching.